So I'm going to talk about the edge cloud stack from bottom to top. So guys, we all have, cloud deployments like on-prem telco clouds, IT clouds, private clouds. So what will be the difference now when we go to have this kind of deployments on the edge? So from hardware specifications, we started to see many aspects that actually differentiate the edge hardware specs from the others. One of them is the form factor, right? So we started to see like more models that have, for example, a 1U, not 2U, it's only 1U. We started to see like a very dramatic decrease in the depth of the server. So if I say average server can be 100 centimeter, 120, right, 80 centimeter. So in the edge, we see models from different hardware manufacturers that can go to 60 centimeter and 40 centimeter. So the form factor really is adapting to adapt to the edge use case. And even the outer body ruggedized, it can be like having like a solid body to protect the server from the environmental conditions that may happen at cell site. So there are a lot of new families from hardware coming from the new vendors. Sorry, from the well-known vendors like Dell, HP, and even the new vendors. Edge is very coupled with the accelerators, right? People working on that domain, they always couple use cases with accelerators. And for example, when you tell me gaming, then it's a GPU, right? Okay, we need GPU, and then ORAN, FPGA, caching, persistent memory. So there are a lot of accelerators that is there and built in the servers to support the edge use cases. So this is one of the aspects. From security perspectives, and people working on the mobile domain will relate. You know that eNodeB itself, the eNodeB in the 4G, to be registered as one of the managed eNodeBs, there should be some security handshakes to make sure that this eNodeB belongs to the network, right? So the same case in the servers, there are a lot of security measures to be done on the hardware. Something like TPM, for example, Trusted Platform Module. It's like a microchip in the server that does this kind of authentication to make sure that server belongs to us and not an intruder in the network. And then last thing, and the performance and power. So there are some requirements to have high performance on the edge for some use cases like video analytics, artificial intelligence engines on the edge. But on the same time, the power consumption and the requirement there should be less than the core sites, because there are no real power, I would say, sources like same in the central data center. So we see in the market a degradation in the power requirements on the server of the edge. So with all these factors, if you now go and then browse the data sheet of any server provided by any vendor for the edge, you'll find that really there are like major differences from the ones that being used on the central sites. On top of that, as a cloud offering, what does the edge should provide? So initially, we had the understanding that from cloud offering perspective, we should support infrastructure as a service, like VM-based hypervisors, containers on hypervisors, and then containers on bare metal. But I made that in gray because nowadays we see a lot of momentum to go for bare metal containers. So I kind of scanned all the 5G solutions from all vendors. So most of them are container. All the edge applications are lightweight. It's a bare metal container. So you should provide container as a service, and then you should have an SDN capability. And here I'm not talking about a certain commercial product. I'm talking about the capability of having a software-defined networking. Either it is provided natively by whatever container solution is provided, or by any kind of a backend that can fulfill the software-defined network. And PaaS, this is something that we are looking on. We believe that the solution on the edge should provide a platform as a service. And under the name platform as a service, each vendor defines that differently. Some people see that if you provide a solution for FMPM, configuration management, backup and restore, that's a kind of PaaS, that's fine. Some people provide a real PaaS for people to develop their application, so that's again a PaaS. Some provide database as a service for 5G, so that's a PaaS. So, but the PaaS as a capability should be there. And then on top of that, the ideal applications for the edge, 5GC is one of them, definitely 5G core, the IoT, the vRAN, CU and DU, and then the CDN, the CDN as one of the use cases for consumers. But I would like to stress on one point. Again, I would say that the certified application or the marketplace is really one of the main requirements now in the market nowadays. So I don't get a static stack as an enterprise customer, and then I get a 5G core from your side and the IoT application. No, I need to have the flexibility at any time to start adding applications and to mobilize application. Like now I have like a factory in Toronto, and then I open someone in India and maybe in Egypt. So I need to deploy a full list of applications. Like you have to give me a complete portfolio, and then in a zero-touch provisioning way, I can deploy applications in different edge location. And I will show you that in the last slide. And that's the main aspects about the AWS Wavelengths offering. And I'm giving the example with Verizon in the last slide. So that's an important, I would say, important brick in the overall edge solution. So do you have the stack? Then you need to have a management stack or orchestration stack. So you can start to have controllers. These controllers either centralized, managing remote compute nodes or workers, or it is distributed. So controllers like Kubernetes, like OpenStack, like whatever. You can have orchestration stacks. So that orchestration stack can be a new orchestration for the edge introduced as part of the edge solution, or you can extend the capabilities of the orchestration stack in central sites to the edge. I'm going to show that in a while. And then you have to have a full operational tool set for fault management, performance management, configuration, for security, backup and restore. And this kind of operational tool, most probably, they must be integrated with your OSS for the holistic, I would say, visibility on the network. So that's the cloud stack. We have 12 minutes. So just a quick informative architecture of the edge host, which is the edge POP from HCMAC perspective. So you have here like a set of applications that are going to be on the edge, and most probably you will have the 5G user playing on the edge, and you have something called mobile edge platform. This mobile edge platform is providing services for the applications. So it looks like a platform as a service thing. It's not a directly mapping, but there is a platform that is doing services for the applications. And then there was one question about how these applications get to know the radio conditions and how they can adapt. So for example, from HCMAC perspective, they said, okay, DUCU, okay, that's a perfect fit for the edge host, right? So why can't we do a logic here that this mobile edge platform can get feed from the DUCU about the radio condition, radio congestion, and then can provide this information to the application, and based on that, the application can have like different logics or different behaviors. So that's the idea from HCMAC, that you have something called mobile edge platform, doing platform as a service, have some integration with the CU and DU as one of the use cases, and these APIs are defined, by the way. So you get feeds and inputs about the congestion and radio state, and then that kind of feed is conveyed to the edge applications to have different scenario or different directions.